Yeah, yo. Woke up in the morning and to God be the glory. Thankful for another day to tell my story. Put my opinions in the universe and let them orbit. I'm from the dirty south with a dirty mouth, might need orbit. Miss things on me like a nigga Norbit. Had to refuse them cause my bitch no refusion, she gorgeous. As I dap my sons up and kiss my daughter forehead. Tell them we gon' get this money till my pockets morbid. Remember living in apartments, now we playing mortgage.
It's episode 100 and something. I got the man, the myth, super nigga, director Daddy in the building. Daddy, no relation. He's in the building. What's up, brother?
No kids, no relation, no nothing. Just Daddy. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm glad you're here. You know, we've been chopping it up for quite some time.
Yeah, thanks.
Always happy to help with the crowdfunding. I'm glad you're doing your independent thing.
Yeah.
Fuck Hollywood Productions.
We can't wait on them. We don't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it ourselves. A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard on Kickstarter. Go.
It's actually fire.
Thank you, man.
I like how you pull from certain nostalgic spaces, but they still address like modern issues.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
corporate America, dealing with white people in corporate.
I feel like it's funny because like that was like I feel like that's something that people talk about a lot when they see like Super Nigga, my film, how it's in the 70s but kind of now. And that was kind of an accident the first time we did it because when I first started writing the movie, it was like and also, am I good on the microphone? Do I need to pull it closer? Anything, y'all let me know. All right.
Good.
Perfect. But like I feel like when I first started writing Super Nigga, it was before, like when I first started writing it, it wasn't a blaxploitation movie. It wasn't set in the 70s. I was writing it set now. And then I watched Black Dynamite and Undercover Brother, which I hadn't watched ever because I was always skipping over them. But I always loved blaxploitation movies, so I thought they were gonna suck and that they were just like terrible parodies. And I watched them and I was like, oh, these are amazing. And so I started adding the style. And by that point, we were gonna shoot the short film for it, the proof of concept. And when we were on set, we were starting to be like, oh, wait, we still got laptops and stuff. And we're talking about Instagram, but it's the 70s. And I was like, fuck it, keep it in. It blurred the lines. And then I started questioning it with the team. And that's how we started getting on the idea of, oh, shit, there's a lot from back then that's still happening today that if you blur the lines, it's like, okay, nothing's changed.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's something I want to do with all my work because, yeah, we're always talking about, you know, it's like how, I don't know, just... Yeah, shit has not changed. And we're getting too comfortable acting like it has.
There's a space for modern blaxploitation, so to speak, because I don't really feel like those films were exploitive as much as they were like greatly written and directed. Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time is like JD's Revenge.
Yeah.
But that movie is fucking hilarious, but also like the plot is amazing. The acting in it is like top tier. Like this dude is playing two characters at once. Niggas win Oscars for that now.
Well, that's the thing. Facts. And it's like there's a range with blaxploitation movies because you have like the Rudy Ray Moore movies, and then you got like JD's Revenge and shit, or like how people would quote Superfly or whatever, but like, you know, it's not, I feel like people would lump all of them into one category, but it's like with anything, even with Italian gangster movies, there's the ones that are trying to tell a story, and then there's gonna be the bullshit ones, or like, I don't know, the ones that are not Martin Scorsese, but they still mean something to somebody.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I feel like the way that the blaxploitation genre got treated, it's fucked up because it just you put a label on the whole thing and say all of this is exploitive. It's like rap to say that all rap music is bad or all rap music is this. Like, no, sometimes you need Future, sometimes you need J. Cole, sometimes you need a Tyler, you know? There can be everything. We can have this genre can exist to allow space for black people to explore and experience all different kinds of shit, whether you want a message or you just want to have fun.
Yeah,
you know?
I think there's always a lumping in where we just like, blaxploitation just really mean black film in the 70s.
Yeah,
That's just what it is. There's what's the show, the movie, was it Dynamite by...
Black Dynamite?
Black Dynamite, but the one that Eddie Murphy did?
Oh, Dolomite.
Dolomite's
so my name.
So like, even thinking about his approach to it is like, I'm going to get into a character.
Yeah.
that's like, I mean, he's method acting like literally his entire career, while making some like very memorable films and paving the way for other black directors and other black filmmakers to come after him. Because like when you go look at the budget that they had and how they did it, it's like anytime I start thinking about anything directing or writing wise, I'm like, shit, I could go Rudy Ray Moore on these niggas and just make something happen. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's literally. I mean, that's what I'm doing, and that's what Spike Lee did. That's what Melvin Van Peebles did. That's why
Robert Townsend,
exactly.
Same thing. Like Hollywood Shuffle is the same thing. You know, Hollywood Shuffle is amazing in the sense that it's a film made in Hollywood about Hollywood and how Hollywood treats black people. Yeah. Where it's like, this is black acting school. Here you come to be a robber or a drug addict or a pimp or you know what I mean? It's like you thug number 3. You know what I'm saying?
But why it's able to do all that is because it's not made by Hollywood.
Exactly.
You know, you do all of that, but it's not by Hollywood.
Yeah, it's in. You know what I'm saying? In, not of. Like that's the biggest part.
Once they get involved, it's they're not gonna let you say and do all that and be real about it. It's like, oh well, we got to make sure this is safe and we're not scaring everyone. But if Robert Townsend puts his money up, then who can tell you what to do with your money?
Right.
You know, versus when you go to a studio, it's their money, so it's their film, it's their project, and you're just telling their version of your truth.
Yeah.
So
what experiences led you to fuck Hollywood?
Too much. I mean, basically, I started dealing with Hollywood and after I made the Super Nigga short film, which was in 2021. Like a lot of people don't realize because we put it out last year, but it was made 5 years ago, which surprises people because they're like, oh shit, I thought it was made yesterday. Like it's still relevant. I'm like, well, that's what happens when you don't dilute the truth. But like, I made the short in 2021, and because I was like, I don't have any connections to the movie industry, and I don't know how I'll get like the money that I need for this, so I'll make a short. And we crowdfunded the short. I was starting to build. It was the beginning of me like building my audience online. So I crowdfunded for it. We raised $36,000 on Kickstarter. And then I made it, and that got a lot of attention from like industry people. I got a manager from like an agency and everything, and so from that we started sharing the short, and the script with like all these studios, and like that's where a lot of people will be like, because I don't know what you've seen, but I've ranted a lot about A24, but like because we almost made the movie with them, so. It was starting to circle around a lot of industry people, but it got rejected from all the major studios. But every studio it got rejected from every festival. But every studio that was seeing the film was like, I love this. This is one of the greatest shorts we've ever seen, and blah, blah. So I was like, all right, the festivals don't matter. The industry's already fucking with it. But then the issue with the industry was nobody wanted to take a risk on it, whether it was because it's too controversial or because I want to act, direct, write, and make the movie how I want to do it, which is a lot to ask for. I get it. I've never done it before, but I'm already doing it on a small scale, whether it's like the short film that went viral like crazy, or like the sketches that I do on the internet, or my music that hits people all over the world, or my stand-up. So I was just getting to the point where I was like, all right, well, these people are afraid to take a risk, but my audience has always been down and like, all right, if I want to do something, all right, let's raise the money, whatever. I've done it for another film. I've raised money for like my shows and all this and that. So I'm used to just going straight to the people. And when I have an idea, it's like, all right, put it out and see who wants to make it happen and go. Versus when you go the Hollywood route, it's like, all right, let's see if this person likes it. Let's see if their boss likes it. Let's see if their boss's wife likes it. Let's see if their boss's kids like it. Okay, does this actor want to be in it? Okay, and then it ends up taking like 10 years just to make a film that it's like, we could have made this last week with my friends, Yeah. So that's where I was like, man, fuck Hollywood. Like, they wanted to put Jonathan Majors in Super Nigga. And like,
no.
And I said, no, I remember I said, no, the studio was like, if you want to make the movie with us, we got to put Jonathan Majors. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And everyone around me was like, you're crazy. I remember a girl that I was talking to at the time was like, I'm gonna save your name in my phone as nigga who hates money. And then and then literally like a week or two after I walked away from the deal, Jonathan Major's career blew up. The scandal came out, and I was like,
been a perfect time for him.
We could have been magazine dreams, you know, like we could have been shelved or whatever. So,
I ain't gonna lie, Magazine Dreams, great film.
I still haven't watched it.
It's a good film, bro. I ain't gonna lie, might be some of the best acting he's ever done.
Sheesh.
Which comes on the back end of you beating a white woman,
Yeah.
or allegedly, you know what I'm saying? At least a white woman beating your ass.
Yes, it was some violence either way, but like, goddamn.
It's a big nigga to be running from a little bitty white woman.
I mean, it's better that way.
She's a giant to him in his career, though.
Yeah, and the video, I mean, if the video was the other way around, he definitely wouldn't have a career at all.
That nigga be in prison.
Exactly.
You heard me? Like, that should be over with.
Exactly. So I'm glad it was him running away versus
he had the situational awareness like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. This ain't good.
Hold on 1 second, pause. What's up, New Face?
What it do, man?
Man, cool. I'm finna make a phone call. Cause I done left the house in a rush and left that bitch.
Oh, okay. That's how it's coming up there.
I already know. I'm finna see if my dog will bring it real quick. I was like, damn, this nigga New Face just walked in. I knew I was forgetting something, nigga. I left that bitch set right. It's right on my vinyl player.
I was like, somebody text me. I'm supposed to do something.
You got the whip?
Nah, right now. What's going on?
I need to get the vinyl from the crib for New Face.
Nah, I ain't got the whip. I was gonna go to work in a minute.
Okay. All right, bet. I'll call you back. All right. Damn. I'm gonna come to you. All right.
Can I have one other detail?
Yes. How far? You not far from here.
How far is it from here? I can go grab it real quick.
It's in Douglasville.
That's Douglasville.
Yeah. Unless I Uber freight that bitch. Don't worry about that. All right, bet. That's on me. I forgot that shit. What you was gonna say?
One of the other things that made me realize the studios aren't to be trusted was I wanted Keke Palmer and SZA to be the two best friends and the two main like leads in the movie. Like, cause Super Nigga is really about like, as much as it's like there's a superhero called Super Nigga, it's really about black women and how black women got to be super nigga in society to come up, because it's about a black woman in corporate America. It's really Black Lois Lane origin story, and you're seeing the like her Superman love story from that perspective. And so so I wanted like the two stars to be like Keke Palmer and SZA, and because I was like, I'm not a star, but what if we put stars in all the other roles and the superhero is not the main character? So I told the studio that.
That's hilarious though.
And this is before one of them days, and they were like, our marketing team said that movie wouldn't sell, like it wouldn't work out with them too. And I'm like, do you know like who Keke Palmer is, like to black people, to the world? Like, we've grown up with her. She's been a star since we were kids.
And
like,
SZA too.
And SZA.
Like just her cultural currency is crazy.
But that's the thing, they don't know. They don't understand cultural currency. That's why one of my friends was like, if you notice who today gets production deals or shows and stuff, it's rappers. Which, no shade. I love the Vince Staples show. I love, like, even Donald Glover, rapper. I love Atlanta. Like, I love what they're doing. But a lot of these white people don't actually know who is important to black people other than rappers who, you know.
And they go off like follower count, like, oh, you got
Exactly.
all these followers, or they'll just do like I wonder what systems they're using to like run their metrics or like figure out what their metrics is, because there's no way as a nigga, if I hear Keke Palmer SZA, okay, we're going to see that movie.
Super nigga. Keke Palmer, SZA, super nigga.
Yeah.
And whatever big studio. You got me.
But I think the thing is too is like as we depart from like peak Hollywood, which is, what would you say the peak of Hollywood? I'd say like 70s.
Yeah, 70s is like
when Hollywood is a thing.
Yeah,
But
that's the golden
taking,
era.
They're taking risk on shit, right? So Richard Pryor can drop a vinyl, say that nigga's crazy, and niggas is like, you know what? We locked in, like we tapped in with that. You feel me? But I think the closer we get to like, what's the social media response gonna be like? They're trying to predict everything before it happens. So it's like, what's the social media response? Are people going to be engaged with this? How much ad money are we going to spend on this? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And it's like, well, can we even promote something with the word nigga in it? All these different things. And it's like, they won't look at the overarching thing or care about what this is gonna mean to black people.
No.
They care about, is a white woman in Arkansas gonna watch this?
They're not even thinking about a white woman in Arkansas. They're thinking about, will this sell to a random dude in China? Why the hell am I thinking about China when I'm making Super Nigga? There's enough black people in America that could make this movie pop off like crazy. Get Out popped off first
You could
in
dub
America.
dub that hoe in Portuguese and sell it in Brazil, nigga.
Come
you going
on.
crazy.
Exactly. I'm like, also,
Super nigga in Brazil?
Come
Come
on.
on, cuz, in the favelas, nigga.
Yes. And the thing is, they don't realize there are black people everywhere. Like when they think about thinking about audiences in Europe or whatever, they're thinking about white people, but it's like you don't know how to engage with black people
And
around
we're
the
also
world.
talking about like less than 10% of the world population.
Come on.
What we talking about versus 40 to 60% of the world population.
Exactly.
And they always talk about this like thing from a global perspective, but I think that the exchange between us and Asia is important for our society.
Yeah.
As much as it is for Asian society to have like that manufacturing outlet, but we don't look at ourselves as like we exporting anything but entertainment. So when the entertainment is the main thing that we export, we also like think about how they're viewing it and what their gauge on it is.
Yeah.
When the reality is like the best art is made by people who's like, I don't give a fuck who like this. I like this shit and I'm gonna put it out, and then everybody else latch on to it because it's like it's all conviction. It's an original story. And it's told from like a real unique perspective. Like your perspective as a person that is like, I'm gonna be a superhero that's irrelevant to the story. Like I'm literally just background noise.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like on some, for lack of a better reference, it's like some Captain Underpants shit.
Yeah.
Like it's less about the fucking superhero.
Yes.
And it's more about the storyline. But I'm gonna use the superhero to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you think about, it's like Reservoir Dogs or like a lot of Quentin Tarantino
That movie
movies.
sucks.
You don't like Reservoir Dogs?
No.
Why?
Because it sucks.
It's boring?
It's like, and the thing is, my
They say
favorite.
nigga too much?
No, it's just like my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is like Hateful Eight.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I do love
I just like
that
the
movie.
dialogue of
Yeah.
it. So like,
But they're similar.
not to me.
Hey.
The heist just doesn't feel like this could have been over 40 minutes.
Yeah.
ago. But I
Fine.
get it.
Yeah.
But it's not in my. I get a lot of flack for that. too.
Yeah.
But I always dislike the shit that everybody else
No,
likes.
I'm similar. I feel like I hate a lot of things. Like when it's super popular, I'm like, I automatically am like, I don't like it. And it's not even a conscious thing. I think it's just in
I'm
my
not
mind,
even
I'm
trying
like,
to be a contrarian
Yeah.
either. Like I'm not purposely, but it's like I've tried my hardest
Yeah.
to like. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm missing something. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'm not watching it the
Yeah.
right way. I'm like, yeah, I just hate this shit. This is what it is. Because, but I think Foxy Brown is like one of his like top three.
Yeah, no, Foxy
Honestly.
Brown is, and some people say Foxy Brown is one of his best movies because that's the only movie that he didn't actually write originally. Like, I mean, Jackie Brown,
Jackie
Jackie
Brown.
Brown, because that's an adaptation of a book versus all his other films are original. So some people say that.
Well,
but I don't know. But
He
I
still found a way to put the feet in there.
Yeah.
That nigga
Put the
Quentin-
feet in it, put the N-word in it, everything that's not even in the book.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, feet and nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna put that in there. He was like, man, I want to turn the nigga up somewhere. Let's
Yeah.
set this in slavery.
Yeah, come on, dog. Come on.
Django, though, another great movie.
Yeah.
Like you can't deny that shit.
Yeah.
I think there's certain risks that are afforded to like white people in
Yeah.
Hollywood
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not afforded to like people of color or black people in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that every time that niggas bet on themselves and just go for it, if for whatever reason they can convince the barrage of whites that it's worth making and they can pass whatever metrics, then you get shit like Sinners.
Yeah.
You get shit like Get Out.
Yeah.
And then you get continued success with these same people because without Nope, I don't think we take Keke Palmer as seriously as a serious actor.
Yeah.
Actress.
But the crazy thing is, it's like, which I get, but at the same time, I'm like, dog, she's been Akilah and the Bee.
She's been everything at every stage, but the reason why I say as seriously is
Yeah.
because she constantly has to prove herself
Yeah,
at every
yeah,
level,
yeah.
which is like she becomes such a personality that people were more enamored by her personality than her acting, and like that's where it can get tricky for niggas because it's like, well, we don't want you necessarily in this movie, but you can host this daytime TV show.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, shit, this was a serious actor though. It's whatever, you know.
But then it's like that, I don't know, it's like by taking those opportunities or building her own kind of platform outside of just the movies and stuff, and making people more familiar with her, then it gives her a bit of leverage where the audience is following her to where if she wants to make her own thing, like how now she's got her own network and everything, okay, people just coming to what I'm doing and, you know, putting their money into what I want to do, and eventually the bigger money is like, all right, what do you want to do? We'll put the money into it because you have the leverage, which is where we're at now. Like, you know, the whole idea of going to a studio or to a festival or whatever and hoping that someone's gonna see your work and be like, okay, I'm gonna make you a star and give you millions of dollars and blah, 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 is kind of dead. It'll probably happen for some people, but at the end of the day, most of these studios, like I said, it's not even about they don't know how to engage with black people. It's almost like all these mass companies don't really know how to reach people in general. They're very disconnected. So that's why they're relying on people who have an audience, a follower account or whatever. But the thing with relying on people with follower accounts is that everyone who has followers doesn't really have fans or like a loyal, like, not to use this word in a demonic way, but a cult-like fan base where, you know, today, whatever Taylor Swift...
Which is really necessary.
Exactly. But it's like, the way to even build that relationship is to actually, it's like you're, man, I was with you at the New York show and stuff. I see how people feel around you. Like, I'm like, I see the connection that even I feel towards you before I met you, you know, like you're someone that people really feel connected to and you're being real. And the problem with a lot of the traditional ways of doing things is that it didn't rely on building a genuine relationship to the audience. So all these movie studios are failing with their big budget movies because it's like you're relying on these big names to sell these ideas that, you know, people don't really care about this new IP. And then also that person might have a lot of followers or fame, but I don't really care about them. So I want if I want to see them in something, I want to see them in the thing that they usually do or whatever. I want to see them in this random new thing.
I think the more than anything, what we've seen with celebrity was at one point is a manufactured character that we're using to sell you something. We're using to sell an idea about something. So if we have a Britney Spears who's a teen star, then we'll use her to sell beauty products to little girls and lust to little boys in this aspect, right? Lifestyle of teenagers, teens, right? But then as you get older and older, like Will Smith, what is his idea? Like, what is he trying to sell to you? He's trying to sell funny, but family friendly, but cool black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rapper turned actor. This is the coolest black guy because he's a rapper, he's fly, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but also now we've packaged it where this is like fun for the family. You know what I mean? This is good. Like we can do like Men in Black, and it's like it's edgy, but it's not.
Exactly.
Like you can watch this with your kids. This will play on TBS, but you won't get like a 7 pounds on TBS. This is when he gets. But for people who care about the art of film, he also has the range to do that too. So like. We also coming out of a generation of like people who were like extremely talented. Yeah. And they may not be the most personable. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're disconnected from us, from society in that personable way, but they live like in an elite status as artists. Like a Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is one of the most talented niggas that have ever been born. Period. And we may not understand him interpersonally, which is like the challenge for a lot of celebrities is how do I connect to these everyday people without selling them something? They don't know how to talk to people unless they have a product. You understand what I'm saying? And I think the more we get into like criticism of capitalism, late stage capitalism, where we just kind of like seeing through the smoke and mirrors of what it is, it's like, well, if the only time you ever show up around me is when you want to sell me something, I don't want nothing to do with you.
It's like we get a Kanye apology every time there's a new album.
You see what I'm saying?
Or a Kanye scandal or whatever. But
or like, every time you see Beyonce, it's a product. It's
exactly.
Like, you know, and I think people like, because we've lost that affinity for celebrity, because the mystique kind of goes away when everybody's accessible. Yeah. So even your mystique might work when you like a Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Because that works for music.
But also because like his work is it's like he can have the mystique because the work is about something. Yeah. Versus like if
he's coming to tell you a story, right? So like I am selling you something. Like I'm selling you tickets. I'm selling you vinyls and products. But this music has so much substance. It's like his own way of introducing film, right? Yeah. Whereas like Yeah, man. I know, like, if I go listen to the Beyonce album, like, no shade, I don't want the hype to get on me. But it's like, I know that I'm going to have, like, 5 chart-topping songs, and I probably won't know the rest of the album. But that is what it is. It's like, I'm coming to sell you this idea. Like, Beyonce is like a deity to some people.
Versus like Kendrick is like giving you an essay, and then when he's not giving you music, you're like, I don't want to know what Kendrick's thinking right now because he's probably doing some research and living like with a Kendrick in the mountains or something, like, you know. So it's like when he comes
in
back,
Peru meditating.
When he comes
he's only
back,
drinking the purest of still water.
exactly, you know.
Yeah.
When he comes back, he gonna tell me everything that he did, whatever.
Yeah.
Versus other artists, it's like when you're quiet, I don't know what you're thinking, and then when you speak, I don't really know what you're about, but I know what you can make, you know? And the way that they had to build their careers didn't require building a personal relationship, versus now it's like, you know, we're doing this. We're just talking, you know? People getting to know, like, what do you think about this? What do you feel about this? Okay. And then on top of, like, where do you put your money? What do you believe in politically? You know, all that stuff. So
I was just gonna point to that. Because you do this, because being black is, like, inherently political, given our history here and just, like, how it faces society. Your music, comedy, and film are, like, inherently political because it's about being black, but, like, unapologetically, right? So, like, I love using your like every Black History Month.
Yeah.
Thank God I ain't white. I can say nigga.
Literally, I remember at midnight, like every Black History Month at midnight, like going
Bro,
into
that shit
my
gotta
phone
go
just
crazy.
starts vibrating. I'm like, new TikTok creator, and like, it's dope because when I first made the song, like, you know, I don't think about these things like, okay, is it gonna become an anthem or how's it gonna be received? It's like I just make the thing and I'm like, okay, this is what I feel. This is dope, and you know, I like it. I remember when I made the song, I just had the beat. I said I recorded the hook. I asked my brother. He walked in the room. I was like, "Is this dumb? Do you like this?" He was like, "No, this shit good." And I was like, "All right,
but
cool."
that's the beautiful part. This is the things that we start to lose where music requires some level of substance in order to be taken seriously as music. But like comedy and music have always kind of had an intersection.
Yeah.
And like you see this with like what's the dude Weird Al Yankovic, or you see this with Wild 'N Out, like the Wild Style freestyles, where we just gonna rap and roast each other.
Yeah.
But also like we need things that could feel like fun.
Yeah.
The shit that you do, it has a message behind it, and I understand what the message is, but it's fun to carry that message.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like, you know, because growing up, I was a fan of Weird Al. I liked The Lonely Island and stuff. I was telling my friend Ken right there. We were talking about like when we were in high school. I was obsessed with all that. But the difference between me and them is, their music is just funny, and it's fine to be just funny. That's what a lot of people want to do. For me, I'm like, man, if I'm getting all this attention, I'm gonna say stuff. And this also the stuff that I'm saying when I'm not being funny. So it's all the same thing. That's why when people are like, I don't want to be political in my music or my art, I'm like, for me, it's not being political. My art is just what I think and say. So if I'm having a conversation, something in that conversation might end up on stage or in a song or whatever because I'm being myself. I'm not being a character. Or it's like, obviously, as an artist, you know, on stage, whatever, you're being a heightened version of yourself. So there is a level of character, but the character starts from a truth versus, you know, and then you're using this, like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali in the ring is a character. At the press conference is a character. He's not always like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, but that mentality does find itself in other areas of his life too.
I think it's the charisma though that's necessary for business because, you know, you need these things. Like I think that there's an understanding of marketing that most people just don't understand, and it's like people want to see a show.
Yeah.
If we're gonna sell tickets, what's the show? You know what I mean? And like, is it worth me investing my time just because you're a good ass boxer? Whereas like on the other end of this, you get Mike Tyson, who is not as savvy on the mic, but he is such a fucking savage in that ring that it's almost like that becomes the marketing technique.
Exactly.
Like we're gonna throw niggas to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw this random white dude in front of the mic and let's see how fast Mike can knock him the fuck out.
It's
So-
like last 20 seconds.
Right, but the thing with Ali is he's an amazing technical boxer, so he needs competition, and but we also have people that can compete with him, and then you know pivotal times, right? Pivotal times, black empowerment movement, black Muslim rise of black Muslims, draft dodging, all these different things. Like the nigga just couldn't have been born at a better time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that that's true about everybody. Like, I was just having this conversation with Lex and Drea, and they was like, I've never really seen somebody cover so much ground in 2 years in this podcasting space without being a celebrity. And it's like, it's just like, I'm just a perfect nigga for this time.
Yeah.
I just know that.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go through everything I went through to be who I was, and this time found me, right?
Yeah.
And I found, and I just, it was in alignment with it, which means I can go to the moon if I want to, you know what I mean? But as long as I stay like, it's that timing. It's like what you do with your time. And I feel like anybody that's like working towards something, they have dreams, especially people that are like, in your heart of hearts, like you have the talent, you have the skill. There is no like doubt about what your talent and skill is. Sometimes it's just waiting on time. Like, I think a lot of people don't necessarily have the talent or the skill, but they're always working. So when opportunity comes, it'll flop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they did get their moment. And like, they may be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You see this all the time. Niggas get their 15 minutes and they run that shit into the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's cool. But oftentimes I always try to express this to people who have like just pure talent. Like you could just tell like they are gifted people. You have to keep working because when that time come, it will. I just feel strongly about like everybody gonna get one opportunity. It's just really about what you do with your opportunity.
Exactly.
And like sometimes niggas fumble that shit. Like,
yeah, and I feel like it's like especially if you're not living your truth, then it's very easy to fumble that moment because it's like how you say, the time caught up to you. You were already about what you were about before
Absolutely.
the moment came or whatever. Like, even if it never came, you'd still be doing this, still be saying this shit and whatever. So, versus you have other people who probably see like, especially under this administration and this political climate, as people like to say, this racial political climate, like there's people who probably there's people who never talked about anything real in their personal life or in their art, and now that it's becoming a requirement from the people, they're fumbling or like I don't know what to say. Or there's people who are like trying to take advantage of the moment and seeing like, oh, now's the time to say something. I'm gonna say something, and then they look like an idiot, and you fuck it up. Like it's like Jack Antonoff wearing the pin on the red carpet at the Grammys, and people ask him, "Say, oh, what does this mean?" And he's like, like you can't even say what you represent.
Well, because I think the thing is like a lot of people aren't vocal about what their beliefs is because it's not their beliefs.
Yeah.
So this is social media, right? Like, bruh, if the thing was like, if niggas made it popular to club seals tomorrow, it'd be niggas like, bruh, I've been clubbing seals for 20 years. It's like, nigga, I've
been on this.
Man, this old. Like, I started clubbing seals.
Yeah,
I started the whole trend. And then it's like, well, show. It was like, well, actually, I don't keep the
Yeah.
So it's like,
I used to do it.
I'm saying, like, it's actually old to me.
Y'all just catching up, shit.
But I think the thing is like, whatever's clever, niggas will jump on. But I think that when, like what you said, the moment, right? Politics and being anti-capitalist COVID really exposed a lot of this shit that we, once you can turn the treadmill off for a second, it's like niggas had never rested.
I don't think niggas ignore it.
I don't think that people understood how much they have never rested.
Yeah.
And so when you forced to be at home, or even just collecting an unemployment check, you understand how empty that made people feel at one point. And then like 3 months into it, they're like, nigga, this shit low key kind of smooth.
Why I've been working? Like we could have just been doing this.
Nigga, y'all could have just gave me $3,500 a month. That's all I needed to live.
Basic income.
Because most people don't really like luxury is time.
Yeah.
Luxury is I get to knit. Luxury is I get to scrapbook. Luxury is I think for the sometimes there's an attention deprivation that requires people to seek out attention from masses amount of people and materials, right? Like for me, materials is like whatever, you know what I mean? Because I wear like the same 5 shirts for 5 years just working in trucks because it's like these my Carhartt shirts, nigga. These shits get dirty and they durable. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't need to be dressed to impress, nigga. I'm going to shippers and receivers. That's it, bro.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
None of these fucking people like they don't give a shit what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And like at some point it's like it actually made me stop giving a shit. Not like I'm a not be presentable, but like Yeah, like name brands don't matter. I used to see niggas hop out like fresh as fuck. I'm like,
For what?
why?
Yeah.
Nigga.
And they're not even doing it for themselves.
Yeah, bro, they'll hop out their truck fresh as fuck. It's like, bro, this is a muddy parking lot. Like, I would never do this to my shooters, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
There's a time and place for every
But
goddamn thing, and this ain't the place.
So then this gets to the point. What I'm trying to mention is like this is the only time they interact with people, and this means something to them. Like they want to impress them materially when the person that's behind it, like you're the 200th truck driver they seen today. They don't give a fuck about your tech fit. They don't care. They don't care.
You can go home,
bro. It don't matter. You just bought this bitch
for no.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
to get it dirty.
to get it. Well, so and then it's like, damn, you ain't even hurt work. I know you ain't working. I know you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think for me, it's like the moment. This is that I've been talking about since I was like 23, 24 years old. I've been studying the Panthers, so I already understand like what the theories and ideologies of Mao is and shit like that. Where it's like, oh yeah, man. Oh, this what y'all talking about? Oh, bet. Tag me in, bitch.
I've been clubbing seals.
You feel me? Been clubbing, huh? I got mad clubs, nigga. so the thing is like time meets opportunity, it meets experience, and like I'm prepared, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I have. First of all, I have a wealth of life that I done live. By the time I blow up on social media, I'm just about to turn 33.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh man, bro, I've been out here thugging, bro. Like we could really get into this shit. And building a personal brand is just as important as building a brand, right? Yeah. Like it just depends on what it's for. I can translate my personal brand into a grits and eggs. And now it's synonymous, right? But I started with the personal. So it's like I've also created an atmosphere where people are gonna follow me anywhere I go. So speaking to your point earlier about influencer, is like I can actually show up in your movie and it's gonna make an impact.
Exactly. And that's even you using the word influencer because the age of influencers is changing.
Yeah, because I'm not. But my influence is not about selling.
But it's like
I'm not like nigga.
No, it's like I'm gonna actually influence your thought versus
influence a thought
versus influencing how you spend your money.
How you spend your money. These niggas are marketers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that I talked about this like. Man, I don't remember when it was, but I just know whenever I say something and it just light TikTok on fire, I'm like, yeah, I just said some shit. I was like, let's stop calling these niggas influencers and call them what they are, advertisers.
Exactly.
That's all they are.
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, nigga, like polyester ain't that good.
No.
Not for you to be selling day in, day out. That's all you do. Exactly. You help polyester, nigga.
And all these people, they don't even like. A lot of them, they're not reading into what companies they're
They
marketing.
don't give
they're
a
like,
shit.
Check. All right, cool. Yeah, you should wear this sunscreen or whatever. Blah 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 blah.
Bro, it's disheartening because it's like, dog, I done seen you on here selling like I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, get your bag.
Like get your money, but like. Then, you know, you do a little digging, like, you know, some of these companies is only offering product.
Exactly.
So you did this for 5 free shirts? It's crazy work, brother.
And it's like, you don't need to do that. You don't need, like...
You don't have to. You wasting your influence because what happens to the people that care about you and your content?
Exactly.
To like, oh, this nigga just want to sell a shirt? It's like, all right, well, fuck him.
You
That's all you become.
Yourself.
You become the shea body butter nigga. Now nobody care what you say. There's a shea butter nigga that's all greased up and shit.
He go with his bottle, and then that's what you gotta do. You
the body butter nigga, something like that. This is crazy, bro.
That's why I was like, it's like
and you're not even Dion Cole. Yeah. Like you're not even like Dion Cole Old Spice. You're not him.
Nope.
You are Timu as fuck. You just a body butter nigga, bro.
Exactly. Like Dion Cole and the Old Spice is like Dion Cole and Old Spice.
You know what I'm saying?
It's two things coming together versus okay, you just their puppy. You're their mascot.
I will take a whiff of the Old Spice when I pass by it.
Exactly.
Because I seen a nigga Dion Cole. I might not buy it, but I will.
Yep.
Nah, that shit all right. Put it back.
Fresh,
Shout out Dion Cole.
Come on. Yeah, get your money, DC, you know? But that's the thing. It's like all these people, man, they are, they, like, I always say, like, man, I don't want to, I question, because there's times where I'm like, you know, like how you talk about my music, and I'm like, there might be a day where my music has nothing to do with race, but I'm still talking about it and deal with it in other areas of my life. But right now, this is how I want to express here or whatever. Or if I want to make a movie that's about something, this project or this or whatever, just like how we're able to move to like how your audience will follow you from the podcast to whatever you do. It can be the same when you build your career off of just being authentic and being yourself. It's like people literally just fuck with you. It's not like my favorite example is always like, and I guess it's probably changed a little now. I don't know how people feel. But like Macklemore, back when he first came out with Thrift Shop, people didn't care about Macklemore. They liked Thrift Shop. And once he couldn't give them another Thrift Shop, they didn't care about him.
Exactly.
They moved on. But then now it's like, okay, he's, I guess, starting to be more vocal about what he really feels. And it's connecting with some people where they're like, oh, he cares about Gaza. He cares about this issue, whatever. So people, like, I don't know. It's like I saw.
And you probably should have been popping that from the beginning.
Exactly.
But you also had to understand that these people work for like mega million billionaire corporations.
Exactly.
That's like, yeah, shut the fuck up.
And
Nigga,
that,
free who?
yeah, no.
Go put them fucking clothes back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And it's like, I'm contractually, I got 3 albums left.
I gotta shut.
I guess
the
I
fuck
gotta
up.
make like 10 thrift shops and get the fuck out this deal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, it's like I can't have a career. I can't leave this label. I can't release anything. They own me. They
Yeah,
own
the contract
everything.
is so binding, and I think that's where, like, for me, it get muddy. Like from like even going back to like the just like TikTok shop things or like that level of influencer where you just an advertiser. I'm so fucking like pop culture consumed since I was a little boy that I know when I recognize what I recognize from TV. So like I know it's time to go to bed when QVC ads start.
Yeah.
Like when niggas is talking about the ninja bullet.
Yeah.
When we just making
chop,
smoothies,
chop, chop.
nigga. Bro, when it's 2 a.m. and you just making smoothies,
Yeah.
I need to go to bed. I don't have no interest in this.
Yep, you
And
got
so
to-
like when you just on TikTok making
Yeah.
smoothies, it's like, all right, well,
Being sold all day.
I never
all
seen
day.
Chris Hemsworth do this, nigga.
No!
So it's safe to say you'll never be that.
You're not that guy.
You ain't that
like,
guy, nigga.
No.
And I think money is important, right? But what's more important is like the legacy that you want to leave for yourself. And I think you notice this with all the greats. Everybody want to be a great. They don't want to make the sacrifices that niggas make. Like sometimes it might take a little longer to get the bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I said I'm not gonna do no gambling ads and I'm not gonna sell male enhancement drugs, when I made a firm stance, bro, I didn't see a sponsor for a year.
I mean, I get it. It's like I early in my career was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. Anybody about to put money behind? I'm racist. I don't fuck white girls. Like, thank God I ain't white. Like national nigga dudes. Like,
Yeah, but like, bro, if Motown was still popping, you'd have been
you
happy.
know?
You'd have been.
But
They'd have
it's
put
like-
some drums behind that. Nigga.
But I'm like, I'm thinking like how you said, it's like it's the long run because over the years, it's seeing Super Nigga was able to get funded off of just my audience. A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard is at like $60,000 just off of my audience and on its way to 200. So it's like. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, I might not be getting this money from these brands or whatever, but I have a two-way relationship with the audience where I'm giving them information, entertainment, and inspiration, all this different shit. And in the end, it's like, okay, they're supporting me, whether it's supporting the work or, all right, hey, let's help fund this thing. Let's buy tickets to this show. So
it's a perfect timing too, because I think that most people will say like, I want to see some new, fresh movies. I want to see new, fresh films. What you're doing is giving them an opportunity to fund that. You know what I mean? And but it's also a trust thing. Like I trust this nigga to be integral with the bread and to like actually produce the films he say he gonna produce, and successful or not. You know what I mean? If it does 20K or if it does 200K, people can say I was a part of that.
And that's the thing. It's like, because for me with Fuck Hollywood Productions, I always feel like Suge
Crazy.
Knight when I'm talking about. I'm like, come to Fuck Hollywood Productions. You tired of all the studios and messing with the scripts, whatever. But like, it's like
Trafficking.
yeah. I keep saying like Hollywood is like the Epstein Files is just Hollywood. So why do people still want to go to Hollywood? That's why I'm like, fuck Hollywood. Like,
You know how crazy that is? Like, yeah, I still want to be a star.
literally, like, I know about all the parties. I want to be there.
Look, brother, look.
Like-
hey, if they eat me,
Come on. And it's like, it's not to say that every single person in Hollywood.
It's so crazy that this is a normal conversation. Like,
Literally.
Like, knowing this, first of all, 5 years ago, this is schizophrenia talking.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. People are like, oh, that's the weird uncle who's
Like,
always talking about.
that nigga needs to put the phone down.
Yeah.
That nigga need to go touch. This is a touch grass conversation.
Yeah.
And now it's like, see what happened, nigga?
Yeah.
But in films and in movies, they always show you like the tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Niggas always be right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I've been trying to find ways to talk about it in stand-up where, like, you know, I don't need I don't have the joke yet. It's going to be dumb. But just how, like, I don't need the Epstein files to know niggas in Hollywood are, you know, doing all this crazy shit. We been had Illuminati videos in middle school. Like,
Straight up.
They been, like, but in the past, it was like conspiracies and people didn't know how to talk about it. So they're like, man, they doing the devil shit and this and that and the
Go look at the
666
video.
or
Go
whatever.
look at the video.
But it's
This why
like,
niggas. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you something. Let's talk about something.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the correlation between Illuminati videos and big budget music videos just plummeting.
I never thought about that.
All the symbolism was in them big budget movie videos, and as soon as them Illuminati videos dropped 2011, niggas was like, all right, just get a camcorder.
yeah.
Make your own
Hey,
video.
just hire your boy.
Yeah. Hire your boy, man. Make another video, you bitch ass nigga. You want to expose us?
Dude, because it's like, man, I was directing music videos, and like that's what I would do freelancing, like when I got out of college. And so it was funny learning what the budgets of music videos used to be. Like people were getting hundreds of thousands of dollars just to direct. Like you could, like, I don't know, like what's it? Hype Williams could literally make a living off of just a music video was a movie budget.
Bruh, if he did 3 videos
Yeah.
a year, he's up.
Exactly.
Crazy.
But then
he's up crazy.
Yeah, it's like now you gotta do like a crazy
Nigga,
like
can you
car
imagine
commercial.
how much the Hate Me Now video cost, nigga?
Literally, that is a movie.
There was a lot of fire in that motherfucker.
special
nigga, a lot of-
effects, everything.
What?
Like now, it's like you got to figure out how to do it for cheap. But like again, those budgets weren't. Nobody in corporate America is putting that kind of money into something just for the love of art.
Oh, well, also, too, yeah. Well, also not for YouTube.
Exactly.
This shit used to go on music television,
Exactly.
BET, like VH1. This shit used to go to, it was just a transfer of funds.
Yeah.
Nigga, I own this record label, but I also got like 15% stake in MTV. So I'm just like transferring funds.
Yeah,
Because this
yeah.
is going directly on
Yeah.
that platform. And when you operate in a small conglomerate like that, like basically a techno oligarchy, nigga, I don't give a fuck about spending $2 million, nigga.
It's nothing.
It's like I'm spending $2 million with myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, nigga, if Busta Rhymes want to be a speeding bullet, go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead. If you want to turn into liquid, nigga,
Yep.
have at it.
Exactly.
But if we're gonna put this bitch on YouTube, fuck y'all. Like, nigga, give me my money
For
back.
the people,
Nigga.
But that's why.
For appreciation?
No. but that's why it's like when I think about like fuck Hollywood Productions and like my approach is all right. The things that I've made so far have been just crowdfunded. Like the Super Nigga short film was crowdfunded, so there's no studio to give me notes. Nobody can tell me what to do. It's just, all right, y'all trust me. All right, I'm gonna go make the thing I told you I'm gonna make. And then you get it and they love it and they're going crazy about it. And I'm like, why not just keep doing that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Super Nigga we raised $40,000 with like 300 people or 500 people. So already there, I'm like, we don't need 1 million followers, whatever. We can be niche and still make shit happen. And then if, let's say with Malcolm X, A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard, my feature film, let's say we fully crowdfund the movie through the audience, $200,000. Who said the movie has to make money at that point? It's like the audience paid for the movie. Y'all get the movie y'all want. And now if it does make any money, that's just an add-on. That's a plus. But
And this is also like a thing where we can create a platform for y'all
Exactly.
where we don't have to worry about ads.
Yep.
And we don't have to worry about like you come back, you spend $5.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But of course, like, think about this. Think about me. If I gave you $40 towards your film, and I'm like, man, you know, you remember I told you I put that money, he made the movie.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell everybody I know, like, yeah, bro, I helped make
Yeah.
the movie. I helped make the movie.
And for me, it's like it's almost like it's it's not the stock market, but it is an investment. It's a cultural investment where
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
all right, it's like being a patron of the arts, you know, like all right, the people who paid for whether it was like people who gave Basquiat money to make his art, you know, or like people today who support an up and coming artist and they're like, I'm gonna fund this shit and whatever. And let's say as it gains value, cool. Now your portfolio just gained a little bit of value or whatever. But either way, for people who are investing in my movies, I'm like, man, you get to say you are a movie investor without having to put millions of dollars into a movie.
For sure.
You know, and if that pops off or whatever, you are a part of that. And hopefully the next movie then, if A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard makes the money it needs to make, we don't have to go to a studio ever again, because now we made the money to now make Super Nigga, you know?
Yeah.
And now we're self-sustainable. So for me, it's like, we keep complaining about Hollywood not making the stories we want to make, but you got all these creators who literally can do it. Like the Vince Staples show can keep happening. It's not like it can't happen. Like 2 million people were watching it on Netflix. Those people could literally all give $5 to a Kickstarter, $100 or whatever. 2 million people give you $10. Imagine that. 100,000 people give you $10. All the money that they're paying monthly for Netflix, y'all could be putting that into the budget for the movie that you actually want, a one-time payment, and you get the season 3 of the Vince Staples show.
Yeah.
Why does Zach Fox not have a movie? Like, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
and I think that these people are extremely aware
Yeah.
of how expensive it is, and maybe don't. But Hollywood is like a machine, right?
Yeah.
But like when you are beloved by this machine, it's like anything. It can make anything.
Oh, yeah.
It can make anything. And it's like, now you're gonna ask me to recreate like the process of this machine. I just was a part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to build the
Yeah.
motherfucker. And it's extremely. And then there's also public perception where I don't want to be asking the public for money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think somebody like,
It's like-
Vince Staples, especially with his rhetoric, if Vince Staples was tomorrow, was like, you know what? Fuck Hollywood. I'm finna go make season 3 of Vince Staples on my own. We're gonna crowdfund it. Bro, do you know how many people would throw money at that?
Exactly.
I know. I got a cool dub for you.
Exactly. I mean, look at
I
Lil
got a good ass
Russell.
dub for you right now, boy.
It's basically what Lil Russell is doing. Like, I feel like I'm like, filmmakers need to be studying Lil Russell.
And then another thing,
Everybody need to be studying.
everybody needs to study Lil Russell. But also, here's another thing: how many people in Hollywood are gonna say, "Well, shit, here go $10,000."
I don't like. Well, actually,
Well, I mean, this is what
if you're Vince Staples,
if you're Vince Staples, I think from the perspective of a Kyrie Irving, will throw
Yeah.
10,000 at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody else will throw.
Exactly.
Oh, nigga, Wesley Snipes might get a nigga 50
I mean,
racks.
it's like even in my.
I'm just saying, like,
Wesley,
real
like,
rap.
he like, I ain't giving it to the IRS, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
But
Shout out to all my niggas who evaded taxes.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gave niggas a good run. You bought the fuck out.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're right though. It's like there are people with money that would get involved. It's like it's just a grassroots movement. It's like how the Panthers were getting money. They like, you know, they didn't just have money. They had money. They had support. They had support from people with money who were like, all right, we gonna get involved or whatever. I mean, they tried to, you know, it was some rich niggas that was trying to get what's called Hugh P. Newton to Cuba. So like, you know, there was all these. They have allies. So it's like if you now have a movement, whether you're an independent artist and you are someone who has attention, you know, people with money who, you know, millionaires who will be like, $1,000 is nothing, 10,000 is nothing. Like, I have an investor who, for A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard, even just to show what's possible, like, just from sharing the project and talking about it on the internet, like, so many people who I've looked up to and admired, you know, since growing up have been reaching out to me, like filmmakers, actors who are like, I love what you're doing. I want to be involved. Or like, is there a role in the movie? Or like, you know, I have one CEO of a company who's like, here, I'm gonna give you, I'll give you the funding, I'll give you this much money for the movie, and I don't need anything in return. I just believe in it. To him, that money is nothing. This guy, he got money,
It's
you know?
nothing, yeah.
So it's like, yes, there are people that would give the money. You know, you don't need one studio to give you all this. Spike Lee, Malcolm X, that's how they finished the movie.
I think that there's an idea that like we're asking the crowd to
Yeah.
fund it, and niggas look at the crowd as broke.
Yeah.
But we don't understand like rich niggas are in this crowd too.
Exactly.
Because the amount of DMs I get from people who are in entertainment, in sports, in like very high prestigious spaces, that don't feel like they have a voice in those spaces, like, bro, I'm so, like, you speak for me. Because you saying the shit. Only thing I can do is share it to my story.
Yeah. But
I can't say that shit. But I can damn sure share that bitch.
But that's the thing. It's like how, you know, I feel we go all over the place, which that's how I talk in general. But
the
like,
same, dog. That's literally what this platform is.
And I love it. That's why I'm like, this is the perfect place. But like, ain't no agenda. But like,
no, straight up,
like,
nigga. I have no agenda. It's like, you want to come talk? Let's talk, nigga.
I ain't write no questions, like,
Bruh,
I cut it
on
with
me.
no board, like.
But I think naturally I'm a conversationalist. I already got my idea, like what I want to ask and what I want to know. But it's gonna go where it's supposed to go.
Exactly. We can't control it. But like, I feel like people. Now I lost the point that I wanted to say.
Yeah, you shouldn't have broke it up, bro. You shouldn't have addressed it. You shouldn't have never said nothing about it.
I got out the flow state, dog.
I will ask you this though. It's curious. Something I'm curious about is that because of what your stance is, and like fuck Hollywood Productions is a statement. It's like everybody who's on board with this has to be on board with that. Is there? Are there people that you would want to be a part of films that's just like, I gotta stay away from it? And like, what's the process like for finding actors, actresses, key grips, like all these different roles nigga that they list on the credits?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta first call up the Illuminati, and then can we have Brad Pitt, please?
You know what I'm saying?
I give up my cousin now.
Yeah.
But like,
I got 24 hours of adrenochrome, nigga. Push up.
No, but so again, I feel like because the question you asked me in the beginning was like, okay, you know, how did I get to the whole fuck Hollywood thing? And the whole conversation is going to be the answer. But I feel like with getting, like, there are people who I've asked to be involved with my music in, you know, my films and stuff who have been like, I love everything you're doing, but I can't, you know, I can't, I just can't. I'm not, like, my team won't let me do that. Like, and that's the crazy thing. Like, there's one, like, you know, creative director of, like, a actor that I've been talking to, and she's just, like, she's in Hollywood and stuff, and it's always just, like, literally the amount of people that I know who, like, the people around them are telling them, you can't say this, you can't do this. Like, you're literally a slave in that system. And so for me, even just like like how I was saying, to get a movie done or finance, it's like so many people have to sign off on if we can do this or not. And that's the same thing with actors. Like, an actor might want to do something, but their manager is going to say no, or their agent's going to say no, or especially if you don't go directly to them, their team can just be like, no, but the whole time this actor never even knew about the project. And then you could tell them personally, and they're like, oh shit, why didn't you? I would have did that. Now they get mad at their team. So in Hollywood, they try to keep. It's like they try to keep the talent. They keep the creatives apart. It's like, let the agents do the talking, and the agents are gonna set up a meeting and this and that. But that's what I love about, like, the social media era, where
I could just get direct.
Yeah, like, I mean, how we got in touch. I literally posted on my story, like, somebody get me in touch with Deontay Kyle, and then you responded. Or, like, you know, I'm sure there's people who just reach out to you, and then they end up on the show. So, like, for me, that's how it's been with the movie. Like, how we got Alana Glazer, I just texted her. I was like, hey, you want to do, like, we'd already started building a relationship over the years, so it's just a friend, you know? Everything with Fuck Hollywood is like, I just want to work with my friends. I want to work with people that I actually fuck with. If we're not friends, let's get to know each other, and hopefully we can do something together, because it's easier to get a friend to be like, hey, you want to, like, again, this
nigga,
conversation.
I'm telling you,
I just texted you,
whenever
like, hey,
you
yo,
start
you want to
production, I'm there, nigga.
Exactly, you know, like,
nigga,
literally.
I'll just come and be a Habibi one time, like, nigga, let me be in the grocery store with it. I'm cool with that.
You know?
You know what I'm cool with that, bro.
But that's the fun thing for me.
Sure, I'm putting crack in the nigga sandwich. Fuck that. What's that nigga name?
Who?
What's the nigga who just make all the sandwiches?
Which dude?
What's the nigga? Man, everybody know this nigga, man.
The Akiway dude?
Nah, the Akiway. Yeah, I'm putting drugs in your shit.
Like,
nigga,
so what you want to crack, fentanyl? Like,
you a mushroom sandwich? Come on, let me take you through the moon real quick.
Oh, you put the good drugs in it, my bad.
I mean, crack too. You know what I'm saying? All cells are final.
Nobody ever talks about crack being good. We talk about how bad it's been for society, but nobody talks about it was enjoyable. Nobody
talks about the longevity of these addicts, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bruh. every other drug is designed to kill. This shit gave niggas infinite life, like eternal
I got
life.
super strength.
Bruh, listen, I have seen crackheads do flips off of buildings.
Yeah, that's the first thing my mind went to. Like, you know how many times I seen a video of a crackhead jumping off a building?
Bro, the shit that would, like, first of all, a healthy 35-year-old can't take half those falls.
Bro.
Like,
But, like,
nigga, that
imagine-
shit put a nigga in paralysis, son.
Imagine if crack was legal, how the advertising would be. The marketing would be nuts.
Aw, man.
It'd be nuts.
Well,
Those
you gotta
ads would
think
be nuts.
about-
Crack, you could jump off a building and survive.
Yeah. Oh, no, it'll be AI'd out. Like, it'll, be just niggas,
yeah.
it'll be just niggas jumping from buildings.
Crack, you'll go to the moon.
Crack. Who needs parkour?
Hardcore crackhead. Wow.
Yeah,
First
like
of all,
the cross.
The parkour nigga on crack is, yeah, we got to stay away from him.
The crossovers, the brand deals that would happen, the brands that would sponsor crack.
The way Coca-Cola would jump all over there.
Yeah, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, KS.
We're back in the original. Like,
Bro.
you got to be 21 and up to
Yep.
drink the original Coca-Cola.
Coke, you know what's in it.
You know what the fuck going on.
Like,
Hey, Coke, why does it taste like that? I can't feel my teeth. Yeah, I just think for me personally, the transitions that I've had to make, like from, oh, I'm just a nigga that drive trucks to like, oh, like niggas want me like. Niggas want to be my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bro, this is a phenomenal album. Niggas like, yeah, nigga, can we be friends? Like, are we friends?
Yeah.
Are we cool now?
Literally, like we could just talk. Like,
Niggas be like, I ain't even tripping on I ain't even trying to be on the show, nigga. I
Yeah.
fuck with you. And it's
That-
like, that shit is like, it's jarring, nigga,
Yeah.
because it's like, nigga, I'm living like from one extreme to the next where I was comfortable with the stability of being a truck driver. And I was like, now that I do this, as long as like I hide the company I work for, I
Yeah.
pretty much say anything I want to say, and nobody can do shit to me. And then it was like, now it's like, oh nigga, I don't even have to clock in nowhere, nigga. I just call
Oh,
Ferg,
good,
like,
yeah.
hey Ferg, what we doing on
Yeah.
this thing? What's the me and Ferg got such a me and this nigga's running schedule.
Yeah.
I'm sending this nigga times and dates at like 2 a.m.
Bro, and I'd be like hitting him right back.
Right? I'm like, this nigga don't sleep. He just like me. Nobody sleeps.
Yeah.
For you,
Yeah.
how did you make the so what came first?
Yeah.
Was it stand up first?
It was stand up and film that came kind of at the same time because I was in high school, and you were there the whole time. Which one? It was both, right? It was stand up and film.
It was worse.
Film.
Film.
Damn. I guess.
You had to get submitted to NYU before
No,
you
but I was already into stand up before film because not before, but like I was writing stand up before I performed. Remember, I had the notebook.
enough to perform.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't get into the comedy. Like I didn't know we were living in the suburbs in Georgia. I didn't know where to go perform or how to get into the whole stand up scene. But like I remember, I don't know. I always liked stand up and movies. Since I was a child, I wanted to go to the movies every single day. My parents were like, go by yourself. I was like, that's weird. To the point where that became my favorite thing to do. Like, I love going to the movies by myself. I was always watching like Def Comedy Jam and like the box sets when I was a kid and like learning the jokes and stuff. So it was always in my life, but it wasn't until like probably end of sophomore year or like junior year of high school where I was like, oh shit, I thought I wanted to go to Harvard and study math all this time. And I didn't even know what the hell I was gonna go do with that, but I was smart. And then eventually, my brother and Ken, my brother and our friends, they were always making music. And one of them was like, you're always watching movies. Like, why don't you just make movies? And I didn't know. I was like, what? You can't just go do that. And then, but then through that, I started making music videos for them, like, you know, for my brother and like our friends and stuff. And then I liked stand up and I wanted to, I didn't have the confidence to go perform it or tell anyone my jokes. So I was just writing jokes in my notebook all the time. But then, so I guess film came seriously first. But I knew I wanted to make movies. I wanted to make funny movies and I wanted to do stand up. So eventually, when I went to college, I went to NYU for film school, and I was like, all right, I'm doing film, and now I'm in New York. First thing I did was start going to the comedy, so I would just sit outside every day just watching the comedians, like, oh, shit, there's that one dude. Not even the famous ones, just like, oh, the one niche comedian going in the club, whatever. And And then I didn't know how to break into it, so I started. I created like a stand-up, club, like how they have like improv groups or like sketch comedy groups. I started a stand-up group with another friend on campus, James Johnston. He needs to get his flowers. And we started a stand-up troupe because we both wanted to do stand-up, but we didn't know how to go about it. So we were like, all right, let's do it. Let's get all the other people who want to do stand-up and let's go start performing. And we would do open mics in the city and stand up together. And that group ended up being like Io Adibari. Well, she didn't make the team. I wanted her on the team, but the white people were like, nah. And I was like, we need a black person. They were like, we need a girl. And I was like, that's a black girl. But then we chose a white girl or some shit. And then, so it was Io Adibari, Rachel Sennett, like dudes that Please Don't Destroy that's on SNL. Like all these people that are now popping off. And I'm like, oh shit, damn, we all just started on campus together, just doing this shit for fun. So again, just just doing shit with my friends, just having fun with my friends. That started my stand-up career. Having fun with my friends started my movie career, just directing shit. So yeah, so that's why like now coming back to Fuck Hollywood is just going back to how I started. Like fuck trying to get into the industry of Hollywood. Let me just build my own shit with my friends. Build my shit with my friends.
I'm nigga too.
My gold tooth, not my real tooth. The cap.
Nah, real tooth falling out. Great clip.
Look,
what a great clip, nigga. Yeah. He zoomed in.
It's happened on stage. I hate it.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm from a similar space where I love the collaboration of things.
Yeah.
I'm not the Kanye West lock yourself in a basement and do beats. That's not appealing to me. I like people. I like to talk to people. I like small talk. I like collaboration. I think fun things come through collaboration. I think other people have great ideas. I don't need to be the only person in the room with a good idea. I think that I will say this arrogantly. I am gonna be like, I think my idea's better. But let's build on my idea. Like, no, let's not. This wasn't a you introduce your shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, it's similar as a director. Like, as a director, your job is, people think a director has to know and do everything on set. And it's like, no, a director.
No, I had this vision.
You gotta,
y'all gotta help me make this shit happen.
It's like how they say Steve Jobs never built an iPhone or design. He didn't. He was the CEO who brought the team together.
Yeah.
And now we all build it together.
And essentially, he was a creative director
Exactly.
Because he's like, I have this vision. Like, can you imagine having like nerds at your disposal, nigga? Like, hey, put music in that phone.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 72 hours.
And we got the money to do it. Like,
and I'll be back in 72 hours.
Yeah,
and then he's like, nigga, if I don't hear bop in the next 72 hours, it's gonna somebody getting fired.
It's done. It's over.
And like, also too, Steve Jobs, horrible father. You know what I'm saying? Great. This is
great capitalist.
Listen, man, we have to like start accepting the facts of life. You know what I mean? If you want the iPhone,
you want the iPhone, some white girl gotta lose her daddy. Like, whatever you want, that's capitalism. You gotta give something to get something. You thought she was gonna have her dad.
You thought this nigga was gonna be a great father, nigga? Why giving you blue text message bubbles?
Nah.
It don't exist, nigga. Can't get emojis and emotional intelligence, nigga.
No,
you don't get both.
Nah,
you don't get both.
You gonna lose. You gotta give some shit up.
That is fucking hilarious. I know, but I think for me, one thing that I've noticed, like a theme of yours, is that there's this system and this structure that I have to break into, and it's like, fuck that. I'm just gonna go build my own little system and structure over here, where it's like, the one thing I like about even the Super Nigga short is just like, for me, this is well shot. Yeah. It's not tacky. I hate tacky shit. So like, yeah, it can have. I ain't tripping on no bootleg, but it can't be apparently.
Yeah.
It can't be
unless if it's like intentional.
Yeah, if it's ironically,
like Black Dynamite, they got the fuck ups and shit in that movie. Where
that's ironic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But like, I'm talking about like from just like a film psychology perspective. You understand like shots, angles, timing, all of that is like perfect. You know what I mean? And it still feels independent, which I like. Like, I don't need it recreated to like the same degree like a Sinners is gonna be. We don't got them editors. Nigga.
Yeah, no, that's a whole different thing that requires a whole different process to get
We don't
done.
got them niggas.
Yeah.
we got what we got. We got, you know what I'm saying? Adobe
That's how the blaxploitation
and some great ideas, bro.
That's how the blaxploitation era was. It was just like Melvin Van Peebles was like, I've made all this money for these studios, and they're not trusting me to make this, this movie that, Sweet Sweetback's badass song. They don't trust me, so I gotta go do it myself and just use what I got. And man, even just the process of him making that movie, there's a book. He wrote a book about it, making the first blaxploitation movie ever, and it's just his diary. It's just a transcription. It's just transferring his diary into a book form. So you see in every single date that this happened and this happened and this happened. And one thing, I don't know if it's in the book or the documentary about it, but either way, it's like when he was trying to cast one girl to play his love interest in the movie, her boyfriend got mad and was like, no, you can't. Like, he pulled up to Melvin Van Peebles and was trying to fight him. Like, you trying to cast my girl and this and that, like have like a sex scene and this and that. And then they ended up talking about the movie, and he, realized, oh, they need music for the movie. And Melvin Van Peebles ended up asking him to do the music for the movie, and that was the lead singer of Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it's like, like that wouldn't have happened in the studio route. They would have been like, oh, we got to hire this person to do the music and this and this and that. Like all these happy accidents that couldn't come together. And that's same with like Super Nigga, like the dude in the first scene, that's my brother. And like people always like, oh man, whoever that actor was, he's amazing, this and that. And I'm like, he wasn't supposed to be in the movie. It was supposed to be another comedian. That dude had to drop at the last minute, 24 hours before. I was like, yo, can you do this scene? All right, come. And then he did it, and everyone was like, thank God that dude didn't show up, because it would have been fine, but this guy brought something new to it. So, again, just these little things where, yeah, if I was to rely on the studio, if I was working with a studio, they'd be like, we got to get another big actor or whatever who probably isn't even right for the part, but it's a name that'll sell, versus this person makes sense for the role, and and it'll make the movie sell because it's good, not because there's a name,
Yeah.
So it really is, for me, it's just like, man, work with what you have. Like, forget forget what you've been told you need. It's like how in New York we voted for Zoran. Like people didn't think that was possible, and every day, like the world is a mess right now. Even New York, there's trouble. There's shit going on over there, but like. At least with the mayor that we have now, every day you wake up, like if I just Google Zoran first thing in the morning, it's like, Zoran just installed a chocolate fountain in the park or some shit. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like every day it's like he's delivering on shit that he said he was going to do. And versus people thought we had to vote Cuomo or Eric Adams, and we didn't think that you could have this other option. But then once you get it, you're like, oh,
well,
why
are
we doing this all the time?
And it's actually going to change the conversation of the country, because they're trying to run that like Newsom, whatever.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, they wanted to be Newsom versus Vance, and it's like, bro, fuck y'all, bro.
Yeah.
Like in a real way, niggas gonna have to be on some like, man, fuck these niggas. Like, but when you see someone, it's like, okay, well, who are these democratic socialists, and like, what are they all about?
Exactly.
And which one of them is running for president? And I think that. When a system fails you so many times in such a mass way, especially now, this is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's a mess to the point where like it almost doesn't feel like there's anything else to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that part of it where it's like hijacked everybody's life is a thing where it's like, all right, we got to do something different. And I know that like midterms coming up is very important for people. Voting is still very important, but like me, I'm an advocate for like, yo, what's up, cuz? What's up with these niggas, bro?
Yeah.
We wouldn't let an everyday nigga get away with no shit like this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But there's a lack of like community, and like I was talking about this today. The phone has like, it's like simulated community.
Yeah.
Where it's like we really do feel very connected to people, but until you touch these people like in real life, it's not real.
Yeah.
And it also lacks like execution in a way. So yes, we can like generate a lot of ideas, but also like what we're doing is like feeding information into this thing that like generates enemies for us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like training bots. So it's like Well, also like let's find the chinks, let's find the weak spots.
Yep.
Let's find the things that make these people en masse angry, and like just constantly send them on a rabbit.
Yep.
Like
and then keep them
destruction.
here. It's keeping them here so that they don't go out there and actually connect together and make the shit actually
Yeah, because
happen.
there is no rage bait in real life.
Yeah, no. It's like people just go about their day. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. But you probably hate each other and like, I don't know.
Things are very cordial when like the threat of violence is present, right? So like, I don't like you, you don't like me. It's like you like if this nigga don't say nothing to me, I'm not gonna say nothing to him. Same thing because it's like the threat of violence.
Yeah.
Like it's like I ain't gonna run from the fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we don't have to get into it,
Yeah.
we won't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas understand what like this is a finalization of conflict where it's like, all right, after this, it starts over.
Yeah.
Now it's more extreme. Like before, we just didn't like each other. Now I hate that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate the way you live. I hate your existence.
Yeah,
What you stand for.
and the energy that you're gonna give to it is think about this. If you get a physical altercation, it's literally all you're gonna talk about for a week. So the amount of energy that you're putting into it amplifies what the situation is. So for me, I always try to like encourage people like if you are gonna be in micro communities, like do it in micro spaces. Don't do it in mass spaces. Like you can't find your people on the social media, whatever, but then find like places where you can actually like collaborate and connect outside of like the fuzz.
Yeah.
Because if I'm interested in what you're talking about this film, and I don't go and explore in a third space because we have digital third spaces. They're just everywhere that isn't social media.
Yeah.
So if I go to your website and I go look at your crowdfunding, I go look at the thing, and I'm reading, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually connecting me to this. I actually care about this now. Whereas if I stay in the fuzz, it's like, oh, that sounds cool. Swipe. 20 swipes later, I don't remember what the fuck you was talking about and what film you was talking about.
And then it's like you probably see another video about the film and you see, oh, it's got like a lot of likes and this and that. So, oh, the movie's clearly doing well or whatever, but you don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you're not, it's the same with like politics. Like, yeah, you can see a candidate all the time, but you don't know if they're actually gaining the grounds that they need to be gaining, and you're not doing anything to actually amplify it because the numbers look good and the optics look good. But that's how you end up Kamala Harris 2024, where it's like, oh, everyone thought it's going to be a good race and this and that. You're blown out by the whole country voted for Trump. But it looked like you were going to.
It looked like honestly, like the leading up to the vote, especially like those last 2 weeks, I was like, damn, she got a shot.
Yeah.
And then the election came. I'm like, God damn, nigga.
What
What
happened?
the fuck was I looking at?
Yeah,
Was I engaged?
yeah.
And then this is also what makes the echo chambers of the internet very apparent. Because it's like, damn, everybody I know talking about. But bro, how many fucking people don't I interact with where I ain't know like this many people? Nigga, what? That's insane. That means like black people was like literally just talking to each other. We was just talking to each other about this
Hey,
shit.
we got this, right? We
Bro,
got
we
this.
good. It's in the water.
And then the media's pushing that narrative because they're like, yeah, okay, let's make them think everything's good, and then boom, you get the
It's-
reality.
What is some of the more difficult hurdles that you had to overcome as far as just mentality wise? Like, when you make a company called Fuck Hollywood Productions, it is a very apparent I'm closing the door on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
not only like on a personal brand or like how they'll react to it, but like if you go do a Hollywood film, now niggas gonna be like, see, this nigga sold out, man. This nigga.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I constantly am backing myself into a corner to where it's like, hey, you got to prove people wrong. You got to stand on your business. Like, how much do you really mean what you're saying? Because naming my company Fuck Hollywood, I've automatically been like, I can't just sell this movie to a studio, and it doesn't matter. Like, whatever studio can come and be like, all right, we'll give you $10 million, whatever. I've just spent the last few years being like, nah, fuck this, we doing this way, and blah, blah, blah. It's like being a Democrat running, on a platform, and then you get in, and it's like, all right, well, now let's do everything for the establishment that we said we're not going to do. So for me,
Which is
I don't
very
know,
common.
everything, it's like, I don't know, I like statements. Like the name of the company was, I named the company Fuck Hollywood Productions when we like hit our goal on Kickstarter for A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard, which was just $50,000. It's not the full budget, but at the time we had conversations with investors and this and that who were like, I'll give you this much and this much. So we thought we were gonna have all the money for the movie. We thought we had raised the $200,000. Over time, when it comes time to collect, obviously you start realizing who's very serious and who's just like talking. But just even having that feeling made me be like, oh shit, so I don't need a studio. I don't need the industry to make a movie. I literally just got the money for this movie by yelling on the internet into my phone, and people rallied around it. So I was like, yeah, fuck Hollywood, because this could not happen in Hollywood. And even now, like, you know, for me, it just doesn't make sense to work the traditional route. Like, as an artist, if I sell a script, if I want to make a movie with a studio, I'm gonna do all this work of creating the world, and like, it's like how we say, I love marketing. I think about how we're gonna get this message across, all the dope shit. I'm thinking of the whole picture, not just the movie. I'm thinking how we're gonna build a conversation with the people and make people care about this. So it doesn't make sense for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna get the smallest end of the stick when it comes to the money or the creative control or saying who can be hired on this film or whatever. So it's really just like, and I'm like, I can do it this way where I can do exactly what I want. Yeah, fuck it. So, and the funny thing is, I remember my dad was telling me when I was deciding on the name of the company, he was like, I don't know, maybe you should think about it because people, you know, they might blackball you, they might not like it and this and that. But most people that I come across in the movie industry who hear the name, they're like, yo, I actually really fuck with that name. And you're saying everything I want to say. So like, I'm like, to me, I'm like, point me one person in Hollywood that actually likes working in Hollywood. Like, it's always like, if they do, it's with a but. Like, oh, I like it, but, or I like it because of this. It's never just like, I love Hollywood. It's fuck Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I think the thing is like we don't have a firm grip on like how powerful we are as creatives together. Because like you said before, it's a lot. There's a business of keeping creatives out of the creative process or away from each other where they don't like start making their own ideas. But you see this like in music. Music is the most like, it's the most quick, like it's the fastest execution, right? Like if me and you sit down and we both like think about an idea for a song, we can lay that shit immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very
no
accessible.
money needs to be spent.
And no money needs to be spent. It's very accessible, which is why like music collaborations happen a lot, but they get shelved by like executives or record labels and things like that. And that's for competing interests or whatever the case may be. But I think we saw this a lot like in the 90s where late 90s, early 2000s, like Limp Bizkit and Method Man get on the track together, and it's like, this is one of the greatest fucking hip-hop songs ever, nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't think that these two would do that, but like, this is where you like the freedom of collaboration. Like, this could have been just started over a blunt.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But now it's like every move has to, especially because the state of the economy, the state of the world, the state of like how consumers are spending money. It's like, everything has to be justified by, will this make sense for our shareholders? Will this make sense for the label and this and that? Versus like, what happened to people just doing shit just cause it was fun? You know, like there's so much shit that my music would not exist if I was signed to a label and had to show them, hey, okay, so I made a song called You a Coon, and do you guys think it's gonna be on the radio and like be #1 on the charts and this? It's like, it don't matter, bro. Like, just put it on TikTok, put it on the internet. Hundreds of thousands of people gonna love it all over the world or whatever. So,
and you own all the rights to your music, right?
Yeah.
So that shit finna be the intro for
exactly. There we go.
We're gonna scrap the normal intros. It's the one and only time that we won't use our traditional intro because most people that they don't own their music, so I can't. I don't want to just getting flagged, nigga.
Exactly. For me, it's I own everything, and that's why I always looked at the SoundCloud era, like when all them SoundCloud rappers were popping off, and you know, Slump God, XXX, and all that. Like, for me, that era, I was like, when is the film industry gonna have our SoundCloud era where it's like
to be tried?
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, it's like, I don't know. I think I don't know. I guess it's like, yeah, there is the movement of people who are making Tubi movies. But now my question, and this is, I got to be careful with how I say this, because I never want to shit on any filmmaker, especially black filmmakers, because I know how hard it is just to make a movie and get a movie done. Whether it's good or not is another thing. But like, there are a lot of dope shit. There's a lot of dope shit on Tubi that people say. I found some dope shit on Tubi. But I think there's also, because it's, I guess it's the new wave of like everyone's just jumping in, even people that don't really care to be filmmakers. Some people just doing it for the money. Some people doing it because they see it as a path towards actually starting a career, which is great. So for me, I'm just like, at what point does I don't know if it's like, I don't know now, because now I'm questioning myself where I'm like, what does Tubi promote versus, because Tubi is known, there's a reputation of Tubi movies being terrible and like stereotypical and whatever, but there's also people who are making other things on Tubi, and I guess maybe their shit just isn't going viral or isn't getting the recognition or whatever.
Well, it's because it's like ironic to laugh at bad shit.
Exactly.
Like the movie is so bad that it's funny.
Yeah.
And I think that the conversation is not being had that is a platform for independent filmmakers.
Yeah.
And or the possibility of you having your shit put on Tubi versus Netflix is like the probability over here is so high. And I think that if people just change their perspective on it, it would encourage a lot more filmmakers to host it on that platform. Because here's the thing: what do you want ultimately? You want it to feel like an official film release, which most people are not going to watch films on YouTube because it's YouTube. So it's meant for like, it's not meant for feature films. Like that's just the mentality people take to it. So, but you also want it on your phone, or you want it on your computer, or you want it on your TV. So Tubi's there. You got a built-in streaming platform for that, and it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might have to endure a few commercials, but like, nigga, that's TV.
Yeah, I mean, I was,
you know what I'm saying?
I was becoming like such a bit like I felt like I was getting paid by Tubi last year because my whole Twitter was like, man, we need to be focused on Tubi. Like Tubi, I was like, Tubi has supported more black filmmakers than A24 and Neon. Like it's like literally so many black people are making money off of that platform, getting their films on there, but like. I don't know. I think people need to shift their mindset around like, it's like decolonize your mind. Like forget about it has to be on Netflix or it's got to be in a theater or whatever. Tubi, like I said, it's a platform and it's the fastest growing streamer, especially with young black audiences. Like I was saying, it's free. So if you can get people to come to your TikTok or to your YouTube. Then imagine if you put a movie on Tubi and you got your 100,000 followers or like million followers and you're getting paid. You're actually getting paid.
Kev on Stage, bro.
Exactly.
Kev on Stage just dropped the series on there.
Exactly.
And like, nigga, I know people personally in that, like, that shit is crazy. I know people that came up off of TikTok that are in Kev on Stage Productions. And, you know, I mean, he's been here. So it's like, he's obviously super tapped in with what's going on and like whatever the new wave of creatives is. And, you know, at one point that was his job, was to find talent. And now he's like created a lane for himself where he can actually make that talent mean something. And I think, I think it's going to take a lot more credible people, right? Like somebody like yourself. Somebody like a Kev on Stage putting a series on there instead of waiting on a Netflix, instead of waiting on a Hulu or whatever the fucking case may be. And then I think the other thing that people don't think about is accessibility. What do kids have? They have accessibility to all these apps. What they don't have accessibility to is money. That's why it's a winner. Because I don't need to ask my parents to sign in.
It's just
I don't need to ask my parents to sign up. I don't need no money.
Literally
and so it's like literally it's just downloading the app and putting the email in and I'm here. And so this also gives them access to classic films. This gives them access to modern film, but also like popular series. Yeah. This is like a library. It's a free library of film. Yeah. And what it also can allow people to do is discover new things. And I think if marketed the right way, especially someone like you, it's like, yeah, I did the Kickstarter, so you know the film is free to make. In that part, of course, there's a marketing and the grind that it takes to do it, and then you have to get it shot and everything like that. But what I'm saying is like the direct to consumer feature is there, right? And if it's like if it's on Tubi, it's like, oh nigga, I'll go check that out right now.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the thing.
Because I don't want to watch a movie on my phone. That's just me.
Exactly. And then it's like, okay, I got to get up and go to the movie theater to watch this movie that I don't know. I don't know anything about this filmmaker. I've never seen this.
It's very low. It's very low stakes. You know what I mean? And I think the thing that we the modern consumer is like the lowest stakes possible
Yeah.
because the convenience is paramount.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you got niggas ordering food to their house. Like it's
Literally.
even if it's not good.
Never been to the restaurant ever.
You see what I'm saying?
But I order from it every day.
And I'm even willing to take a decrease in quality just so I don't have to leave my house.
Yeah.
So this is an issue with society. I'm trying to get niggas off the DoorDash, but it's not gonna happen.
But that's the thing. It's like people want to be a part of what's popular, what's cool, what's known, and whatever. So even like with Tubi, it's like if you say your movie's on Tubi, people automatically start thinking of the worst Tubi movie they've heard of or this or that. But I remember I tweeted last year where I was like, I said, you know, we something about like how more black filmmakers need to be putting their movies on Tubi, like focus on Tubi, and we just need to up the level of quality on Tubi. And that was met with a lot of love and also some critique where people were like, I love the shit that's on Tubi. I love like how the Grinch stole, how the nigga who stole Christmas or whatever. But then I also watched Stepford Wives or I watched this, and I'm like, that was also dope seeing the range of like what people are watching.
There's
on
a lot
there.
of
It's
fly
like,
shit on there.
Yeah, you know,
Nigga, I
it's
watched
like
Indian in the Cupboard.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie since like since I was a fucking child.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like it is this platform where it's like there's range. You can watch anything, and it just shows like wow, like people watching this hood movie. They're watching this. They're watching Love Jones. They're watching this like classic like Hollywood movie or whatever. So it's really just people got to get over the I don't know what the reputation that a thing has and focus on like what can it become? What can we build it into?
And honestly,
you know?
without niggas, you wouldn't know what Tubi is. That's just real.
Exactly.
It would just be another thing on your phone. Like it'd be like Fandango. Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
What the fuck that is, and I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah.
Because ain't no niggas over there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole
If there's
shit.
no niggas, then
Bro, what I'm doing over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
like,
don't want to be the only one.
I'm the only nigga over here at Fandango. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is that that's the cool, like that's the power that we have in like our marketing is literally the fact that we are the standard for what's cool. So if we just say like, yeah, we over here fucking with this, even if it is the fucking horrible movie, we're like now it's like, oh, this is a comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you may not have intended, you may be a serious filmmaker, but nigga, this shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I think for more than anything, it's gonna take like what you said. It's like marketing, the understanding, but I think we need a how things work. Like I think on a very basic level, we need to understand that streaming services work on film licensing. If I can buy the license to this film, I can host it on this platform. So it's like, well, why don't you get this one? And, nigga, I don't have a license to that. Like I have to literally, do you know how much they charge, nigga? You know how much they charge? That's why you know what I'm saying? That's why HBO will have Sinners on there and things like that because they can afford the license
that money
to host it.
Yeah.
And they
sorry. It's
great.
No, it's like I feel like people it's like how now I think that's also why the value of art is going down. Where like nobody really pays for music because we can have everything for the price of $5 a month. So it's like I'm not buying this album. I'm not doing this or whatever. Same with movies. I got a million movies on my laptop because of Netflix and this and that. But people don't know. Like I was saying, they don't know the licensing deal. They don't know what the artist is missing out on by you going that route versus going directly to them. There's a lot, and again, this is why Hollywood is the way it is, where it's like, they don't want this information. They don't want people to know why this is like this, or why creatives can't make this, or why like we're not getting these kinds of movies. It's like, just shut up and let's keep the information quiet so that we can keep the money flowing, you know? Versus, for me, with everything I want to do, I'm all about grassroots. I'm like grassroots cinema, where it's like the way we're marketing the movies, the way we're funding the movies, and also educating people about the way that we're making it so that they can learn how to make movies themselves. Like, all right, this is how we raised the money. This is how we shot the movie. This is how we edited. This is how we got it in theaters. Like, there's this one group of white kids. Well, they're not all white, but white kids because they're not black. So, all right, this group of white kids, but like, it's this interracial group of like Gen Z content creators who started their own like independent film studio called Creator Camps or Camp Studios. And they made a movie in 100 days for $100,000. And these are like 20, 22-year-old kids. And they took it on tour around the country in like, I think like 6 major cities, sold out screenings. and then use that to then get the movie in independent theaters for like a small run. I think like 60 theaters. And over time, you just kept building the audience for the movie online to where it expanded, I think, to like 500 theaters. And I think now they're working towards getting it in theaters in Europe. So, and there's no stars in the movie. It's all just like content creators and shit. They'd never made a movie before. But it just, and the thing why I brought it up is because everything that they're doing, they're explaining it. They're putting out all their decks, their treatments of like, this is how we got our movie in theaters. This is the deck that we were sending to all the theaters. This is the information we had to give. These are the metrics. And I'm like, more and more people need to be doing that. Like, literally give the information, educate the audience, educate the creators, because that's how, I don't know, people start understanding like, oh, this is why you're making a Kickstarter for your movie instead of going to a studio. This is why your budget is this. This is why, you know, you're doing this or whatever. Because if people don't know, then, I don't know, there's less reason for them to care, to support, to get involved, versus if you're sharing the information, they feel like they're a part of it, or they're at least learning something, and that's exciting. So I'm like, give everything, educate the audience. And that's also how we avoid ending up in a society where, you know, what we were talking about at the beginning with like celebrities, where you have all these celebrities that we're supporting and then we start finding out that they don't stand with the shit that we stand for. They don't actually have any morals or any backbone. But like, if you actually if we go this route where it's like, all right, let's actually talk to y'all. Let's actually give y'all information. Let's actually tell y'all what we think beyond even this movie. Then it builds that trust to where, man, we can make 50 movies together. And the audience is going to keep growing and growing to where maybe we don't require crowdfunding anymore. Or like, there's, like how you're saying, there's like 10 rich people in the audience who are like, all right, we want to be the board on your studio or whatever. So literally, we have to be educating people on
absolutely
why things are this way, why not, and that's
because the mystique of Hollywood is the gatekeeping of information.
Yeah.
So it creates like a lack of access.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to like build a platform on social media is to give information.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally like what it is. It's like if people feel like I'm learning something from you, or I'm obtaining value from you. And even if I don't give a fuck about movies, but I love movies, or like I don't want to make movies, but I love a film.
Yeah.
You telling me the behind the scenes, the ins and outs, like you pulling that fourth wall away. That's kind of the society we live in. Niggas don't want that fourth wall no more. Because what it is like, man, we see what y'all was doing with that fourth wall.
Yeah.
That's doing a lot of nefarious things with that fourth wall. So I think the transparency is that. Transparency and information is like literally like where everything is at right now. People want to see people putting in effort. Yeah. Like this low effort, like, oh, I just, it's that easy.
What's cool about that when everybody else is broke and
they're and working hard as shit.
You're like, I got it, dog.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's step back 3 from half court, no big deal. It's like, it's not reality.
The whole idea of like, that's why the mystique of the American dream is even like,
it's all crumbling.
Yeah.
And as things crumble, we have to like reshape what type of as like pillars start falling, it's up to us to like decide what pillar we want in place of that. Yeah. Like it's not just like we can't wait until it all crashes down and then go through the rubble. It's like, no, that pillar fell. Like what do we want in place of that? You know what I mean? And information is so accessible, and it's like you really don't really gain any value from like keeping information from people, because 99% of people not going to do shit with the information anyway, and the 1% of people who will do something with the information is going to show you love because you're the reason why they got the information in the first place. Like I shout out to this girl Felicia for the win. Literally all the time she broke down the TikTok algorithm for me when I was like, I want to go viral on here. I want to create content, but I want it to matter. I don't want to just get stuck at like 200-300 views. She literally broke down like what the algorithm like pays attention to, what it responds to, how frequent you should be posting, what milestones you have to hit before you start even getting any traction. Like she literally broke that shit down like a math equation, and I just followed the formula, and my shit was going. The thing that it made me focus more on is, what do I want to go viral for? Okay, if I know I'll go viral by the time I hit 50 videos, then what kind of content do I need to be making? So when I do actually go, I go for something that I want to be known for.
Yep. And that didn't cost her anything. It's like she
It didn't
didn't
cost her anything.
She didn't lose nothing. And for me, I'm
and
like,
now her and her husband run a successful business in New York where they do they do like pop-up lectures at bars.
Yeah.
Like fucking professors, like real accredited professors come in and do lectures as you have a beer. This shit is lit.
But see, that's the thing. That's why it's like when you know, I'm always like, I don't understand gatekeeping. I think it comes out of insecurity because people are like, well, I can't tell you how I did this because then you'll start doing it, and then people gonna start forgetting about me, and they're gonna pay attention to you. But it's like it's like with the whole TikTok thing, like your algorithm is different from your For You page is different from my For You page. You probably follow someone who's got millions of followers all over the world who I know nothing about, and I follow someone who's got millions that you know nothing about.
Exactly.
So it just shows there's enough audience and money for
there's
everyone.
enough fucking people. First of all, none of you niggas have 8 billion followers. So at the end of the day, fuck you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gatekeeping? You don't have every nigga on earth following you.
Literally. And it also
like you said, bro, I be seeing people like it'll be like this person followed you, and that's the blue check, and I go and they're like, they have 8 million followers. Like, I've never heard of this nigga ever.
I don't know who you are, but to somebody else, this like they're
to 8 million niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like,
their
what the
dude,
fuck?
you know?
Who is this nigga?
Yeah.
Who is this? How the fuck did I'm just found out about when you followed me?
And he probably been popping for years
For
and stuff.
years.
Like, and you didn't know.
I think the thing is that information is so readily available. And I think that people want the easiest access to the information, but what they want to do more than anything is, bro, it's embedded in us to learn from experts. It's embedded in us to learn from a scholar. It's like the classroom mentality is that if you talk to me with enough conviction and enough research and enough bro, I'm tapped in with you. I'm locked in. Like, and I think the thing is more people want to learn, but it's just not in the traditional setting. And they also don't want traditional information. No. They don't want like standardized information. I want to know the ins and outs of a film, even if I'm never gonna make one. Yeah, that's still interesting.
Exactly. It's like I mean, I'm not huge on sports, but like whenever I am around people who know about sports, it's like, damn, you know all the statistics and this and this and this. Is like
that shit is cool.
Yeah,
nigga.
You're not trying to own a team or nothing. It's just like, no, I just care. I like this.
I think that I think that humanity has been optimized for value. Yeah. Instead of like just for fun, nigga.
Yeah.
I know these nigga stats because I like this sport, not because I'm a fucking coach.
Exactly.
Nigga, I don't have to have any stake in the game. I'm also like, even if a lot of niggas know more about sports now because they betting on that shit. But I mean, it's what it is, bro.
Yeah. You get your edge, like.
You know what I'm saying? Man, get it out. You bet on black, nigga.
Exactly. But it's like, man, I don't know. People, again, just going back to what happened to people just doing shit just for fun, just cause. It's like, it's not to make money. It's not to, and it's like money. Like, I remember I was asked one time, like, you know, on a panel where it was like me, the CEO of Kickstarter, Lana Glazer, and all these people, and we were talking about independent filmmaking. I'll be professional. It was a panel that Fuck Hollywood Productions did, and we were in promotion of my movie A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard, and we were talking about independent filmmaking, and one of the questions was like, you know, do you guys, does thinking about making money affect your creative process or whatever? And I was like, I don't really think about, is this gonna make money ever? You know, it's like, I just think about, do I like this? Do I care about this? Do I want to experience this? Because if I do that and I do it as best as I can, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that should make money. It should connect with someone, and it should have some kind of result. But like, I don't know, like to project like, yeah, this is gonna make $50 million, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
that shit is strange to me.
You know,
I think money is just a byproduct of hard work. And you know, visibility too. Visibility has a big part to play in it, but I think the visibility comes like with effort. Like I don't really see these things. You got to give a fuck about it, and it's like it's a reward system. You know what I mean? I think that we've seen a lot of like nepotism in these spaces where we feel like we're X'd out, and I think that the further we get away from standard structure, like Hollywood is a thing that didn't exist 200 years ago, so it might not exist 200 years from now, and I don't think that people think about it like that. Like there can be a replacement. You know what I mean? Like everything that, just because it's been around the longest doesn't mean it's the best version of this thing. It really makes it archaic, because we also talking about this being formulated in a time of like Jim Crow, nigga, and like women couldn't vote, nigga. And the first, like one of the first big films in Hollywood was about like the fucking Klan. Nigga.
Yeah, I mean the
You know
first
what
blockbuster. The first
I'm saying?
blockbuster.
It's like about the Klan. Nigga. Like we
Birth
talking
of a
about
Nation.
We talking about this Hollywood,
Yeah.
nigga. This
But
what we
that's the thing with-
banking our motherfucking futures on.
People always say like, you know, Hollywood's broken and we gotta fix it. I'm like, Hollywood is not broken. It
No,
was
it's
made
working
to
exactly.
be.
It's working exactly as
Exactly.
it's supposed to. This is like the system's broken. Like no, it's the system.
No,
It's not-
it's
I was-
broken when we fix it. Like
I was telling the homie like, my little cousin was talking to me about. He was like, man, I'm trying to stay out the system. And I was like, nigga, you're on probation. This is the system.
yeah,
You're
that's
in it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're going to work every day. You think you're beating the system, bitch? You're in it. They got your
That's
name.
it.
You got an appointment in a drug test next month. You're in that bitch.
Yes, you are a number.
You know what I'm saying? You in that
Literally.
motherfucker, bro.
Got you.
You know they got you, bro. I'm telling you, you got your pitch, bro. You're in it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you went down to the fucking county and they got your slap print, bitch, it was over then.
It's over.
Yeah, that's why I don't give a fuck. Nigga like, oh, they're stealing our information. Nigga, I'm a criminal, nigga. I'm a criminal, nigga.
Oh, dude. But the thing
They
is,
know every tattoo I got, nigga. They
But
got
also-
all my aliases, everything. I can't hide from
there
these
ain't no
niggas.
secrets.
Yeah, I'm making 3 videos a day. These niggas know me.
But that's the thing. 'Cause I
They
think
probably
about
got a clone of me
I
somewhere.
think about that
nigga.
all the time. Like I know I'm on some lists or something.
Nah,
whatever,
bro,
but like,
I probably exist in like Sao Paulo, Brazil, nigga. Like, it's probably a nigga walking around looking just.
Yeah.
They just testing out the
They
features.
clone
nigga.
Tyrone
Yeah,
type
they testing out the
shit.
features, nigga. What's this?
we
Picture
get
this
it ready.
nigga.
We gonna ship to Atlanta.
Yeah,
in 5
picture
years.
this nigga in Portuguese. Picture it.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, man, I don't know. You gotta break out your own, like. You're stuck in it, and I feel like I question the idea of like when people are like, man, you know, like how you said, people they're stealing our information, whatever. I'm like, dog, there is nothing you can do unless you are living in the middle of the woods and have like no cell phone, no nothing, whatever. You're not talking to nobody. You've been living underground. Your information, they got it.
Bruh,
They
flock
got
cameras every day. Like, I think there's a healthy amount of paranoia that you need to like engage with the world in. Like, you know,
You should
it's
question.
Like, there's a standard of protection that you should have for yourself, and you should question everything. But you also have to be accepting of your reality. And I think a lot of people are like very delusional in the sense of like, bro, you're participating. Bro. You know what I'm saying? You're participating.
Yeah.
You every time you fill out a job application, bro, you give them every bit of information you got,
Yeah.
nigga.
Every time
if
you-
you own a home, nigga, they got you.
Every time you sign up for an app or you download something, you
don't
accept
know
the
what you're
terms and
agreeing
conditions.
to, you know?
No, ain't nobody ever read those terms and conditions.
Never, bro.
You ain't never read that. They probably said you gotta give us your social security. You gotta give us this, your first child and whatever. Like,
And what it is too is like it's also like a social acceptance.
Yeah.
If y'all all agree to these
Yeah.
terms, then what made me any different?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to enjoy this app with y'all. I guess we all accept the terms
yeah,
that it come
the
with.
social contract,
It's
as
the
they said.
social contract.
Yeah.
So man, thank you for pulling up though, bro. More than
Man, no
anything,
problem.
This your camera right here. Anything that you got right now to plug, websites,
Yeah.
what you working on,
Yeah.
and then how people can help with your crowdfunding.
Tuh. Director Daddy everywhere. Fuck Hollywood Productions everywhere. Like I said, you tired of all the studios being in all the movies and all the videos and the scripts. Come to Fuck Hollywood Productions. But really, we're New York based. We're looking to collaborate with creatives. We're looking for new films to hopefully help people make. We're gonna start crowdfunding for a short film that we're producing called. I'm not allowed to say it. It's like my super nigga. It's like my experience of if I was to experience someone else making a movie called Super Nigga and I couldn't say Super Nigga. It's called A Duel Between DYKES. I don't know if I could say that word.
You can say it. It's my platform.
I'm not gonna say it, but that's gonna be dropping next month. And then for now, it's really support A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard. We're raising $200,000. We're at $60,000 so far. We've got Alana Glazer in the movie. Me. It's an anti-snow bunny hopping horror comedy about a struggling black comedian in the 1980s who marries his white girlfriend, moves into a brownstone haunted by slaves that her ancestors owned, and he discovers he can't make black people laugh. It's Get Out meets The Shining. It's dope. It's amazing. And
out of 5.
you know, like this is why I say fuck Hollywood. No studio is gonna make this. The movies that I want to make need to be made with the people, because if a studio was to put out Super Nigga or whatever, that would look weird.
Yeah.
Some white people drop Super Nigga,
Yeah.
like, where did this come from? But if black people come together, put money together, and build this in public with the people, that's how we make exactly what we want, unless you're Ryan Coogler and have the leverage. So we need the support of the people. If you can't donate, literally, share the share the Kickstarter, share the link, comment, like, whatever, even donate $1. Every little counts.
Y'all know what we do, nigga. Power of $1. If it's 50,000 people watching this, $50,000 could be potentially added to this man's Kickstarter. He got great ideas. I enjoy everything that you do. This is why I wanted you to come here. But I think also, you know, we in the creator collective, bro. We gotta collab at all times. So, you know what I'm saying? Episode 100 and something with my boy director Daddy. No relation. Fuck Hollywood Productions. Unless y'all want to give me a cameo on Tyler Perry film. Shout out my nigga FD Signifier. We'll see y'all
Yeah, I
next
need to
time.
watch that video.
Man, it's just rap. You know what I'm saying? I just want to rap, you know? I just want to rap, man. I just want to rap.
Fate was on my side.
Yeah.
Was my fate was on
Hey,
my side.
man. Yeah. They say without the proper labor, faith don't stand a chance. I put my faith in faith and stand on fertile land. I planted seeds that'll indeed turn into trees. Be forest and peace teas get printed to me.